Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. So it seems things have got a little bit heated last night in a Twitter space, or a couple of different Twitter spaces. Things have been said under anger. People have been saying things when they're in these stressed positions. They've got all of these different voices talking. Everybody's arguing, everybody's going back and forth, and it's never going to get us anywhere.
We're definitely going to blow ourselves up. Okay.
So I think addressing this in a very simple manner is a good way for us to, as a community, just try and get past this. So this video is probably going to go a little bit longer than usual, but it's important for us to understand as simply as we can all the gobbledygook and try and get our point across. And then hopefully from this, we can start to gauge what we would like as a community. And I'm going to need as much feedback as I can get from all of you here over at YouTube. Hit me up in the comments section. Let us know what we've missed. Let us know if there's anything you would like to see added to the list that you're going to see. So I've gone through, I've highlighted a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of green stuff in here. There's a lot of red stuff, and there's a lot of amber stuff. And we've been through a lot of this, but anything that I've marked red is something that I just don't simply see as a winner for us. It doesn't seem to propel us any more forward than we are now. No clear sight of where we're going. I've marked things in orange that concern me simply because establishing an IBC channel to a chain called Kajura that has pretty much not so much a bad rep. I'm not saying that, but we just don't know enough about them, right? We need to know more about them before we make an agreement which connects our chain to their chain, where it gives the ability for one chain or the other chain to benefit from the other. Someone could create some kind of arbitrage system when we're not prepared for those kind of things, right? We can't even get Station to stay up to date correctly. So in green are things that I see as positive-ish, and these are kind of things that have been done, that they've done, what they're going to be doing. And yeah, so let's just jump over to this flowchart that I've started a couple of days ago, and I've tried to just go through and gauge as best as I can what to put in here. So on the right hand side here, you've got things that I myself I'm simply, don't worry about this blank box, we can add something to that later. Simply put here is stuff that I just don't see as, apart from the scope of payment, I don't see these as things that need pursuing right now. I see these as things that once the LUNC blockchain's fixed and people have done what they said they were going to do and what they're being paid to do, that has been done, then by all means go off, make your Terra operator, make your sidechain, create your L1 dojo, which is a glorified Wikipedia, chase the lost burn-in fees, Station Classic, Rebel Station, Microsoft 365 subscriptions. You know, they're being paid some of them are being paid $10,000 plus a month. How much is a Microsoft subscription, honestly? So the things that I've put on the left is really what I've managed to gauge from the community as to what they would like to see happen. And one of the most obvious ones each time is just simply reducing the LUNC supply.
Well, duh.
The absolute negligence and just utter nose turning at burning from the people who are in these development teams, it's just kind of like, this is actually a legit tactic. It's being used across the whole of the crypto community. Shib does it. It brings so much sentiment. I can honestly guarantee you now, if we figure out how to make burning LUNC coins profitable in a similar manner to how it all used to work before, I can't think of anything that would excel the chain higher than that. You're reducing the supply. People are happy. People are seeing you're reducing the supply, so they buy in. They want to be part of it. We all know how this road goes. Very simple kind of idea that could take a little bit of work, a lot of thinking of as to how you could create an arbitrage opportunity on the chain with LUNC and simply making it work itself off. It can be done because Do Kwon created a system himself which was built on a fixed supply one burnt from the other, one went back to the other. You know how it works. The other thing is the USTC repeg. The reason why I've got this here and I see it as viable is because it is a route. It's been around since the beginning and it is something we could possibly pursue. But there is a lot of criminal issues going on with this. Assets getting seized, Do Kwon in jail in Montenegro, extradition. So it's very questionable, but I have still got it there. So the next one's so obvious, station updates. Station should be fully operational now. We should have the mobile app, ledgers should be working, the extension should be working, we should have our stats page, our dashboard. Everything should be working, but it's not. The simple things that the community are screaming out for, and it's not even being put forward by the L1 development team. So this on and off ramp, been speaking about it since the beginning of LUNC's birth. Everybody wants to see these on and off ramps. Minimal effort towards these on and off ramps. And yes, they do mention the on and off ramps, but even though they mention it, it's review on ramp technologies for classic station. It's these simple things that we're simply not doing, and instead what we're seeing is a breakdown of loads of these different type of bugs that they're doing. And it's like going to a car mechanic, isn't it? This is how I feel at the moment. We've gone to a car mechanic, we have absolutely zero idea about the car, and he's telling us about the quantum capacitor that drives the Skittles chain, and you're just stood there like yeah nodding your head, and you have no idea what they're going on about, and it all becomes highly questionable, which is what has happened now. So moving back, we've got the gas fee slider, exactly the same as Ethereum. Get it done. These simple things that we could be doing to utilize the system, make it work for us and make it actually work for projects on the chain, instead of just seeing projects screaming out saying, you know, you're breaking things. I'm having to shut my AC system down because the fees are just too high. We're having to pay for people's auto compounding when people can just auto compound themselves and we don't have to pay for it. But it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't cost us money, and it didn't before. It's these tiny, simple little things. Remove all of the stable coins that are costing people money, that are sat on the chain doing absolutely nothing. Liquidate them, remove them from the system. Just get rid of them so they're not being poured out to people. Support the current on-chain projects, Metagloria, Lunar Burning Nights, Exodus, Garada, which is a new one. I saw a comment where someone was like, oh, you know, you're slating off Garada and, oh, you know, this, that and the other. And it was not me slating them off. It's me simply saying that it's not nice to see someone like Tobias tweet about Garada, but never have a tweet or anything to say about LBK, MG. It really kind of hurt me because they've done so much to be involved with the LUNC community, as I have done and others have done, to work with them, build their communities up, and they would love to get the support that they so dearly need. Viable community sentiment polling. Get it done. If we've got time to develop side chains that are built on artificial intelligence, I'm pretty sure we've got time for all of these different small little things that could make the biggest amount of difference. If we can come up with a viable community sentiment polling system that's not biased, that's not going to have someone go, well, we're not putting you up for voting because you were friends with this person once upon a time in Fairyland. It's like, oh my, this isn't really community sentiment. This is just you folks deciding who goes up, who doesn't go up. We need a proper system that's not built around a biased person. Bug bounty system. So all of these bugs, all of these little things that they're fixing, we just need a bug bounty system. This was spoken about before. Instead, what you're seeing is the privatization of everything. TR 2.0. Oh, you want a system? Oh no, you got to pay us for it each month. Wait, so we've got to pay you for Rebel Station each month? You're kidding? No April Fool's jokes. It's for real. And it's just like, it doesn't work like that. No other blockchains are working like this. And for starters, node operators like myself are doing so much work and putting ourselves out there, putting ourselves at risk, putting our names at risk to run a blockchain for these people to run a mockery and then consistently sway things. It all becomes highly questionable. We need a simple roadmap for the simple community to simply move forward. Lots of simples that we can simply do. this bug bounty system could change everything. Have one person, for example, someone like Strathcole, highly trustable, got a good reputation. He could simply find the bugs like they're showing you on the joint L1 task thing, and he could simply put those bugs up and say to someone, put your bid in on the bug, do it, and we'll pay your bid. And then you're simply like, you create a competitive situation. It's kind of like Fiverr, right? When you go for work, try get the work or try and get someone to do some work for you on Fiverr, you'll have loads of people that come back on your offers. This bug bounty system could change the game. We wouldn't, like, we're paying someone to simply manage people, but it just seems like Tobias manages is managing everything, especially with that kind of response where he's simply saying it passes or a walk, and kind of hinting that it will all collapse under its own weight. So it's all become questionable. Why are we paying this person so much? And then even more, why are we paying people to sit on Twitter tweeting all day? If, you know, they shouldn't be doing that. It's not that they're not allowed to do that, or, you know, oh, it's really bad that they're doing that. But like, these people are holding very high positions. They shouldn't be back and forthing with people on Twitter. It's so unprofessional. So Alliance and IBC connections, I think this is so vital to our community, but it needs to be done correctly. It needs to be done carefully, and we need to pick our alliances very, very carefully, because you open up arbitrage opportunities. Now, if we can use the reducing of the LUNC supply, make that have a baby with the Alliance IBC connection, and then possibly that baby gets stamped with some kind of algorithm arbitrage system which makes LUNC profitable until it reaches a certain target, right? There's some way that we can do this. There's so many people out there who've got all these great ideas. I've only got so many ideas, and I'm only a man myself, right? This is why I'm asking for you folks to get back to us. There has got to be a way we can make burning profitable where people don't have to lose. There has to be a way. Other people have managed to figure it out in other sectors. Maybe we should look towards these other sectors like SHIB and all of these other kind of Floki Inu, all of these different places that burn coins. Take a mix of all of them and see if we can come up with the Coram Gras of burning systems, the real tip-top fighting machine that's really going to push on. Because as much as people want to sit there and go, you know, I'm burning stupid, but loads of people think USTC repeg's stupid. Those people think burning, you know, it's everybody thinks something stupid, but there's also parts of this community that you just simply can't disrespect. We need to ensure we're pleasing as many people as we can, and burning has just been tossed aside. If we can make it profitable where it's not absolutely blowing the system up where people just can't do anything. Going back to this gas fee slider, no effort is being made to make our blockchain a delightful apple in the fruit bowl. There's no reason for someone to take a bite and a crunch of the blockchain because that apple kind of looks sour. It's got things pussing out of it. Why are they going to be interested, right? So this clear roadmap from the L1 dev team outlining clear targets is more than needed. Not all the gobbledygook, not all your different bug updates. We want to know how they are going to make LUNC go upwards. We're paying $140,000 each time. Each time that happens, they sell the coins, the price goes down. It's not irritating for me because we've been through this before. We know the process. And like I said in my previous video last night, if you haven't listened to that, go back and listen to it. I've given a dead honest opinion as to the situation in hand. We can't keep changing L1 dev teams. We can't have the Mr. Bean team one week and then the Boris Johnson team the next week. We simply can't do it. We can't afford to do it, okay? And it's costly. It costs us time. We have to build these connections with people. We get trust issues. We need to pull together right now. It's so important that we pull together right now. I had people in the Telegram group saying maybe you should mediate a YouTube episode that's live with all of the different L1 team. I'm more than happy to do that. The issue being is I can't reach out to all of those different people. So if you're in their communities, you've got a direct line to them and they want to have an actual conversation, which isn't going to be people blaring off at each other in a Twitter space and simply having a adult conversation instead of throwing our toys out of the pram like children. I seem to have got the microphone at the perfect distance and everything seems to just be perfect right here at this desk. Folks, I'm off to work. Have a really, really, really nice Wednesday. Hump day. We're nearly there. We're almost not there. And I will catch you folks in the next one. Stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. None of this is financial advice. Says it in the corner. That's why I haven't been saying it too much. And I will catch you in the next one.